Shabbat Shalom. All praise and glory to the mighty Most High. Peace, blessings to those that serve the Creator, who's one God. It's reading the Bible. Isaiah 34:14 says, the creatures will meet with the hyenas in the desert. The goat demons. Wow, this is big. Shall call out to one another. There also Liliths. This is peculiar here. Liliths, because it's plural. There also Liliths, plural, will settle. Okay? And they, who do you suppose they are in this, huh? Shall find themselves a resting place. Okay, well, we got a lot going on here, first of all. In this parable, 34:14 in Bible Hub, it says the wild animals will meet with the hyenas. Well, who are the wild animals? It's everybody that's massing in that providence, right? They are also the hyenas. The wild animals are the United Nations. What's so, to me, amazing about this, well, I don't know if it's so amazing, but after all, it is our Creator's work. It's not our work. Who are we to know anything about how he operates? But Lilith here are JEZEBEL'S. Okay? These are fornicators. Okay, these are demons, as you can clearly see from the goat demons here. Well, who are the goat demons that they're talking about? What would that be? That would be a satyr, right? That's a half man, half goat, hoofs, all that. Runs around with a heart on. That's what a satyr is. Half man, half goat. Lilith also here can be referred to as Lamia. And Lamia are half snake and half woman. But who is they? They is the dead. You've got to understand that when you are die and you don't ascend and you don't find this understanding, then you walk as the dead, the walking dead. That's who they is, and they shall find a resting place for themselves. They shall find themselves a resting place. Well, where are they finding themselves a resting place? In us. Because what? They're ghosts. Ghosts are the spirit of the dead. Okay? And we, ourselves, the flesh, is a host, which is centropy, the electrification, the electrification of the materialized world. Materialized world. So our flesh suits, they are what hold a soul. We are born into this plane of existence with our souls. Okay? And these spirits, all kinds of spirits, okay, these are all mythological Greek gods. Well, why do you think they call these types of things Greek gods? Because more than likely, our sick, disgusting ancestors, which you don't know, the evil that existed on this plane of existence, did crossbreeding with semen, human semen and animals. And they did vile shit. And they've never stopped doing it. And they've always been doing it. And it's out there. So the spirit of the dead is a ghost. And we know that in Mark 15:37, Jesus cried out loud and gave up the ghost. Now, in most Bibles, it says he gave up the spirit. Okay? But if you're the creator, you don't give up the spirit. You are the spirit. Which is silly. That's ridiculous. How can the creator give up his spirit? To give up our spirits or our souls means that what? That's death. So Jesus gave up his spirit, which means that he is the spirit of the dead. Jesus is the spirit of the dead. Okay? He's also firstborn over all creation. Okay? Firstborn over all creation. 1 Colossians 1:15, for the Son, Jesus Christ, is the image of the invisible God, firstborn over all creation. Jesus is the firstborn over all creation. He is the first man, Adam. Okay? Also in Corinthians, verse 15:45, 1 Corinthians 15:45 says that the first man, Adam, became a living being. It says the second man, Adam, The second man, Adam, is a life-giving spirit. Okay, so now you know in First Colossians or Corinthians, I'm sorry. Okay, that it says the first man, Adam, this is Jesus Christ crucified. Okay, became a living being, which is a lie. Okay, the first man, Adam, can't be a living being if it's created in an image. Okay, are those images? The elect have the spirit. I think that would be Israelites. They are the elites. Yes, they are. How you doing, brother? Blessings back at you. Thank you for joining my show. The first man, Adam, became a living being, which is a lie because he is born in an image. Again, an image is to shade. It's a phantom. This one that's created in an image is no different than what's coming off of your television. Okay, television, because it's their vision. It's the principalities. It's the principalities' vision of this world. Mankind's vision of this world is all based on what? Money, power, and women. That's what Satan said that he would use to destroy man. When I say man, I mean human, which is really spelled Hueman, because hue means dark. All they did was take the E out of human and tossed it at the end of human and made it humane. Okay, wordcraft. We're in a world of wordcraft. You agree, brother? Human equal humane. Man, okay, is not the same as mankind. This is crucial to understand, that man and mankind are not the same too. Satan wants us to believe that they're one and the same. Mankind and human are one in the same. They are not. Romans 2:12 plainly tells us, when the Gentile sin, they will be destroyed. Even though they never had God's written law. Okay? So when the Gentiles sin, they will be destroyed, even though they never had God's written law. And the Jews, the Hebrews. I don't even like calling them Hebrews or Jews, to be honest with you. I consider them Israelites, the elites. But the problem is that everybody's lost their power. All of them, the Israelites lost their power because they fell into, mankind's pagan holidays. You fell into their Christmases. Okay. Christ in Christmas, which is all about Santa Claus. And Santa's anagram is Satan. Santa comes down a chimney into the fire. The fire. A friend of mine said that I am insane because of what I'm teaching, that I'm completely twisting up all of these scriptures. I don't understand. And I've been nailing him with scriptures for almost 2 years now, and he still refuses to see the truth. He just will not see it. Everywhere, huh? Okay, so Santa Claus anagram is Satan, and what? Satan is the god of fire. Satan loves Hell's Kitchen. That's Gordon Ramsay's show. You all know Gordon Ramsay, right? That's why his show is called Hell's Kitchen, because everything on this plane of existence is being cooked and fried, deep fried, broiled, rotisserie cooked, oven baked, barbecued. It's all fried and cooked, man. That's why it says in the Bible the other day that the Lord loves the smell of the meats and stuff. Well, it didn't say that, but what Lord? Do you think the Spirit, the Creator, the self-existing, eternal Creator, really cares about the smell of meat or any of that? Or do you think that maybe more of a man would care about the smell of meat? Because I love the smell of meat over at barbecue, man. I mean, I salivate. I'm like, especially when I'm super hungry. So, and the Jews that do have God's written law will be judged by that law. So you have a distinct difference between the Gentile and the Jew, which are the Israelites, also called Hebrews. Okay. Now, in the first verse of John 1:1, which says, in the beginning was the Word, which is an epithet to Jesus. The Word in the parable is an epithet to Jesus. Jesus is the Word. And we know that Jesus is the firstborn, okay, over all creation. Jesus is the firstborn over the beast of the field, which are Genesis 1:25. See, the Creator created the United Nations. He created beastly people with no spirit on them, no breath of God upon them. And then he created another race of people. Okay? The creation story is all 125, 26, and 27. When you add these three parables, it comes to 78, which equals 15, which equals 6. Okay? 125 is the beast that's created. 26 and 27 is mankind. Mankind's total sum comes to 66. And mankind is created on the 6th day of creation. All this is happening on the 6th day of creation. Okay? And this is key to understand, folks. This is why I keep trying to tell people we live in a system. This has everything to do with Revelation. (13, 18), which says, here's a call for wisdom. Here is wisdom. What I'm sharing with you is wisdom. Let the one with insight this is me. The Creator has blessed me with insight to understand this parable of Revelations 13, 18, which also, when you multiply 13 times 18, comes to 234. And when you add that number 234 backwards, 432, it comes to 666. Let the one with insight, that's me, calculate the number of the beast, which is this one here, Genesis 1:25, all of mankind, because mankind in 26 and 27 are created both male and female. Mankind adds up to 66. Female adds up to 42, which equals 6. Mankind created on the 6th day is 666. Calculate the number of the beast. Mankind created on the 6th day is the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666. This revelation here in the New Testament has everything to do with the 6th day of creation, which connects both of the Bibles. You cannot discard one of the Bibles. Jesus said that he came to fulfill the law and the prophets. Okay? He's talking about the Old Testament law that he came to fulfill. But the Revelations, but the New Testament does have dialogue in it that is needed for us to understand what's being said in the Old Testament. This is the biggest find that a Gentile could be shared with. If you're not following the scriptures and reading yourself approved and learning all this information, or even sharing this information with your children. This is the kind of information. I don't know everything about the Bible. I'm very humble, But I do know everything about the 666 system. I have deciphered this. In Greek, Jesus' name is Iesos. Okay. There was no J, Iesous. And his number is 24, which equals 66. 66 in the Strong's Concordance means wild, savage animals. Well, who do you think they're talking about here? They're talking about Genesis 1:25, the beast of the field. The goat demons, the hyenas, the wild animals. That's what we're talking about. His name is Iesos. His number is 24. It's talking about wild, savage animals. Oh, that live in the field. Not a coincidence, because Jesus is the firstborn over all the wild animals in the field. Breaks down to 66, breaks down to a 12, which are 12 disciples. Okay. But in the Strong's Concordance, 12 equals destruction. And then when you break 12 down to a single digit, that equals Abaddon. A bad dawn. So Jesus's entire number here, all are related to death, destruction, and the pit. Abaddon is the angel from the abyss, which is also the destroying angel. So that's all the numbers that break down with Jesus Christ. Okay. You also have Bill Gates, whose name adds up to 87, which is 15, which equals 6. And if anybody knows Bill Gates, you just got to know that this guy is a goat demon, along with Joe Rogan. Steve Austin, is that his name? Cold Steve, whatever his name, Cold Steve Austin. How about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson? You know, what's in common about all these people that are high? What are they? They're all what? They're all stars, right? They're all Hollywood stars. They're all radio stars. Okay. I wish I could pull a bald general up the top of my head, nah. But what's in common? They all shave their heads, right? And they're all stars. They've all made themselves idol worship. Why? Because this one here that's created on the 6th day of creation, that's created to shade a phantom, it's an illusion. Okay? That man created on the 6th day of creation, this one here in 26 and 27, it is an illusion. It's a representative. Okay? Especially an idol. That man that's created on the 6th day of creation, folks, he is an idol. Jesus' number is 24, 24, 66. I told you up here, the word equals an epithet to Jesus. Jesus is the firstborn over the beast of the field in Genesis 1:25, but the word here the word, when you add the total sum of the word, it comes to 60. 6 plus 0 is 6. The word said 3 times. This is 666. I guess it wouldn't be so bad if the word wasn't an epithet to Jesus on this mess here. Also, Jesus is the firstborn over all the beasts of the field. He's the firstborn. He is the image. Jesus is the image of the firstborn. Jesus is the image, which is the illusion. Jesus is the one that's created here, right here, on the 6th day of creation. This is your 666. Okay? We live in a system. The Washington Monument is 6,660 inches by 666 inches. Okay? It's 55 feet tall and has a basement of 111 feet. 666. Took 6 years to build. It was designated October 15th. 1 plus 5 is 6, 1966. Why did we have to stand 6 feet apart? And when we're buried, it's 6 feet under. Are you guys starting to catch what I'm saying here? We live in a 666 system. All of this has to deal with those revelations. Corona equals 66. Corona has 6 letters in the spelling. Corona is sun worship. You guys put that connection together? The coronavirus. Okay. And the patent number that they've been working on from Bill Gates, whose name adds up to 66. The patent number is WO 2020 060606. Okay. You can go and Google songs with 666 in the title, and there's at least a dozen songs. Now, I've used a lot of them on my shows that expose the 666 system, that mankind are the walking dead. Okay, that shot that was given with the patent number WO666, that is, from what I've been reading, nanotechnology. Okay? It's a new form of technology that you're not being told, folks. There's a lot of secretive testing that's going on inside of chambers behind rooms that you don't know about. Okay? Nanotechnology means that you've jacked yourself up with something that can hijack your body. My mother took this shot and the worst case scenario took place. And then when I mention anything about it, they shut down my channel. or they give me a strike and they shut it down. Okay? This 666 and everything else that I've showed you on the scale that it exists should really be an eye-opening experience. Okay? What else? Okay, we got in 656 of John, Jesus wants you to eat his flesh and drink his blood. In case you didn't know, that equals a vampire. Okay? Which is a bloodsucker. Which is your government. Which is your ticks. Mosquitoes. Leeches. Demons. Devils. Nephilim. Giants. Heroes. Mighty men. Evil pieces of shit. And who heads it all off? Our governments. What's got in your government? The government is comprised of corpses. Okay, because the government equals your corporation. That's why you have the word corpse inside of your corporation. What makes up your government? You know, NSA, well, Congress, judicial system, and the one on the, I'll have to come back to that. I can't think of it. There's three: Congress, judicial, and House of Representatives. Remember in the beginning of this lesson, what did I said? That man that's created on the sixth day of creation is a representative of God. So we're taught. Who is it that's the image of God? Jesus is the image of God. He's the firstborn over all creation. Jesus is born in an image of God. He's the firstborn over all creation. An image is a phantom. A phantom is a ghost. A ghost is the spirit of the dead. The spirit of the dead died on the cross and gave up the ghost. I don't know what parable it is, but I know that Jesus Christ is the firstborn raised from the dead. Jesus Christ, Romans 14:9. 14:9. Jesus died and raised again. Why? So that he might be the God of both the God of, or the Lord, both the dead and living. Okay, That man created on the sixth day has everything to do with Revelation, has everything to do with Colossians 15:45, has everything to do with Corinthians 15:45, Colossians 1:15, which tells us the Son is the image of the invisible God, firstborn over all creation. Invisible means cannot be seen. So we have a serious problem going on in Exodus 33, 9. Oh, yeah, 30. Well, how's this for a Masonic number? 33, which equals 6, and then 9, 11. 9 through 11. Exodus 33, 9 through 11 tells us that the Lord sat with Moses face to face, like one sits with a man. Okay? Whoever this Lord is that's sitting with Moses is a man. Sits to face with Moses like one who sits with a friend. Friend. That's 9:11 of Exodus. The problem is in the same chapter, a little bit lower, says that, and that's 33:22, real quick. The Lord said, "You cannot see my face." Face, for no one can see me and live. Those are two big contradicting stories in the Bible right there. Okay? The Lord said, "You cannot see my face, for no one can see my face and live." From 19 to 22, it says, "There's a place that I know. I shall place you in the cleft of the rock. And when I pass by with all my glory, I shall raise my hand so that you may not see me. But after I've passed by, I will remove my hand so that you can see my back. For no man can see my face and live." So the Spirit, the self-existing eternal creator, is telling you that no one can see his face and live. This here is an oxymoron, like plenty of Bible scriptures. John 5:31 and John 8:14 both contradict themselves. 5:31 says, "If I testify about myself, my testimony is not valid." John 18 says, "If I testify about myself, my testimony is valid." This is Jesus speaking in both parables. Again, a contradiction. Okay? Also, 1 Timothy 2:15 says there is one God. Let me ask you something. Why doesn't this parable here in Timothy, why doesn't this parable say here there's three gods and one mediator between God and man, the man Christ Jesus? So you can't have it both ways. It says completely in this parable, there is one God and one mediator between God and man, the man Christ Jesus. So Jesus is the mediator between God and man, the Gentile and the Israelite race, as they're taught. That's a foul, that's a lie. Not only that it says that there's one God and one mediator. Here's the key. One mediator. It's telling us that there's one mediator. And the fallacy on this is the Creator says, place no gods before me. So are we placing Jesus before the Creator who says that you're not to place any gods before him? Here's the problem. Galatians 3:19, which says, delivered by hand to Moses. Moses, the mediator between God and Israel. Galatians says, why then the law? What was its purpose? It was added after the promise to Abraham to reveal to the people their transgressions. That is, to be made conscious of the sinfulness of sin, and delivered by hand to Moses by angels. There's angels in there. Hand delivered by angels to Moses, a mediator between God and Israel, until the seed would come, until the promise had been made. The seed to come is Jesus. But the problem here is it's telling us that there's only one mediator, and that one mediator is between Jesus Christ. Well, there's a contradiction, because that's what I do on this channel. I point out all the contradictions. Okay? So now you have Adam and Eve that were created in Genesis 2:7, and Eve was created in Genesis 2:21 and 22. Okay? Now, Adam, this is the second man, Adam. Now, I started this lesson talking about Lilith. The goat demons shall call out to one another. I started this lesson with Isaiah 34:14, which says, the creatures shall meet in the desert with the hyenas, and the goat demons shall call out to one another. The goat demons are the Gentile nations. Okay? There's a lot of different meanings. Okay? The Lamia, Satyrs, and Lilith. So we have something here. Liliths are vampires. They're bloodsuckers. And Jesus is a vampire. He wants you to eat his flesh and drink his blood. And they shall find a resting place. They shall find a resting place in what? Us, our bodies. If you're not wearing the full armor of God, then you got demons on you. Okay? Legions of them hosting your body, feeding off of you, destroying your soul, keeping you in the flesh, keeping you further apart from the Creator. Okay, well, there you go. It's been a while since I did one. I wanted to do a video with all the music. I really like using the music industry and breaking down songs in the music industry, but they are not allowing me to upload my content when I'm using the music now. When I use anything from Hollywood anymore, when I point out the secret language that they're using, then they just won't upload the video. So I'm going to cut out of here. Thanks for stopping in, Master TV, the ET. Blessings back to you as well. Always welcoming the comment section. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. This is White Raptor News Ministries. All praise and glory to our Creator, who's one God. Peace. Shabbat Shalom.